The discovery of 19-year-old Jay Slater's body in the unforgiving ravines of Tenerife was supposed to bring a sense of closure for his devastated family. Instead, the tragedy has taken an even darker turn. While his grieving mother Debbie and friends have been left shattered, online ghouls have begun exploiting his death in the most grotesque way imaginable, selling warped, mocking merchandise on sites like eBay and Etsy. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. From t-shirts emblazoned with crude slogans to coffee mugs bearing cruel caricatures, opportunistic trolls are cashing in on the heartbreak of a family already crushed under the weight of unimaginable loss. It is a grim new low in the internet's obsession with turning human suffering into cruel spectacle. A family torn apart. Jay Slater's story captured national attention from the moment he vanished in June during a holiday in Tenerife. He was just 19 years old. A beautiful boy described by his family as kind, funny, and full of life. His disappearance triggered weeks of agonizing searches through treacherous terrain, with his loved ones refusing to give up hope even as the days dragged on. When his body was finally found in the rugged mountains in September, his mother Debbie broke down, saying, "Our hearts are broken. I will never stop loving my beautiful boy." But instead of respect, sympathy, and dignity, the aftermath has been hijacked by internet vultures. The rise of sick merch. Within days of his death being confirmed, disturbing listings began appearing on resale sites and craft platforms. Some were as blatant as they were cruel. T-shirts mocking his fall, crudely designed with taglines referencing Tenerife ravines. Mugs with vile memes, portraying Jay in demeaning ways. Stickers and pins that played on internet conspiracies and cruel jokes about his disappearance. Shockingly, some of these items were being purchased not by supporters wanting to honor his memory, but by ghoulish collectors who treat human tragedy like morbid memorabilia. "It's disgusting," one family friend fumed. "They've turned his death into a sick joke. We're trying to grieve, and people are literally making money off mocking him." How trolls operate. This kind of exploitation is nothing new, but the speed and scale at which it happens today is alarming. Trolls seize on breaking news stories, mine memes from online forums, and churn out cheap print-on-demand products that can be manufactured and shipped worldwide within days. They rely on shock value and morbid curiosity to generate sales. Some buyers are internet edgelords who see these items as funny provocations. Others treat them like rare collectibles, digital age freak show souvenirs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A researcher in online extremism explained, "Tragedy has become a currency on the internet. Trolls don't see Jay as a human being. They see him as content, as a way to make money or boost their online status. It's calm-modifying grief." eBay and Etsy, a marketplace for misery. What shocks many people is how these grotesque items can flourish on mainstream platforms that claim to uphold strict policies. Both eBay and Etsy have rules banning hateful or harmful material, yet the warped Slater merchandise slipped through. Searches uncovered multiple listings, t-shirts for under £15, mugs priced at £10, even limited edition stickers sold as dark humor. While some were taken down after being flagged, others lingered, often re-uploaded under new seller names. For Jay's family, the knowledge that strangers are trading in their son's death is unbearable. His mother, already planning a funeral she never imagined, is now forced to endure a second assault, the internet turning her son's memory into a cruel commodity. Grief hijacked online. The Slater family is not alone in this torment. Other families of high-profile tragedies have faced similar exploitation. After the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, merchandise mocking her case appeared online. The parents of school shooting victims in America have had to watch trolls print slogans denying their children ever existed. Even Princess Diana's death sparked waves of souvenir t-shirts and plates, many grotesque in their portrayal. But what makes Jay's case particularly painful is the speed and brazenness. Barely days after his body was found, trolls were already profiting. The psychology of troll culture. Why do people do this? The answers are as complex as they are disturbing. Some trolls thrive on cruelty, They enjoy the pain they inflict because it gives them power in a world where they often feel powerless. Others hide behind the idea of dark humor, convincing themselves that mocking tragedy is just satire. But psychologists warn this behavior desensitizes both sellers and buyers. It erodes empathy, one expert said. Every cruel t-shirt or mug distances us from the reality that this was a real person, a real family destroyed by loss. It turns a human life into a meme. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Calls for accountability. The outrage has sparked calls for online marketplaces to step up. Campaigners are demanding that platforms adopt stricter filters, faster response systems, and harsher penalties for sellers who exploit tragedy. Grieving families shouldn't have to play whack-a-mole with trolls, said one digital rights advocate. It's not enough to delete listings after the fact. Platforms have the technology to prevent this stuff from ever going live. So far, eBay and Etsy have issued vague statements about reviewing flagged items. But critics say lip service isn't enough. A mother's pain. For Jay Slater, every cruel t-shirt or sticker is like reopening a wound. She has spoken privately about the agony of logging online and seeing her son's name twisted into hateful merchandise. Friends say she feels helpless, unable to protect Jay's memory in a digital world where trolls operate with near impunity. Imagine losing your son in the worst possible way, one relative said. Then imagine strangers turning that loss into a sick joke, selling mugs like it's some kind of brand. It's torture. The role of buyers. While trolls are the ones creating these warped items, the people buying them are equally complicit. Without demand, the market collapses. Yet there is clearly an appetite for morbid memorabilia, however small. Sociologists argue that this reflects a cultural shift in how tragedy is consumed. True crime podcasts, viral news clips, and online conspiracy forums have blurred the lines between empathy and entertainment. Death has become a spectacle, one academic explained. For some, buying a cruel t-shirt is just another way of participating in that spectacle, an edgy joke, a way to feel part of an online in-group. But for Jay's loved ones, there is nothing entertaining about their grief. Fighting back. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Some campaigners are fighting back by flooding reporting systems, flagging every warped listing they find. Others are using social media to name and shame sellers. There are even calls for new legislation making it illegal to profit from mocking the death of identifiable individuals. While free speech advocates caution against overreach, many argue that basic human decency should take precedence. Mocking a tragedy for profit isn't satire, it's cruelty, said one commentator. And no parent should have to bury their child while also watching strangers sell mugs about it. Remembering Jay. Amid the noise of trolls and profiteers, those who truly knew Jay are determined to protect his memory. His friends have shared heartfelt tributes on social media, posting photos of him laughing, smiling, and full of energy. Local communities have held vigils, leaving flowers and candles in his honor. Football clubs in his hometown have dedicated matches to him, and charities supporting missing persons have launched campaigns in his name. For them, Jay is not a meme or a t-shirt slogan. He is a son, a brother, a friend, someone whose life ended far too soon. A dark reflection of the internet. The warped merchandise scandal is more than just a grotesque footnote in Jay Slater's story. It is a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of internet culture, a place where tragedy is stripped of humanity and transformed into clicks, shares, and sales. It raises urgent questions about how society handles grief in the digital age and whether compassion can survive in an online world built on provocation. For Jay's family, the hope is simple, that people will see past the cruelty, refuse to buy into it, and instead honor Jay's memory with kindness, respect, and love. As his mother Debbie said through tears, "Jay was my beautiful boy. That's who he'll always be, not the sick jokes people try to make of him." Subscribe the channel to get such videos.